A 1961 Olds 88 two-door sedan. I currently running the stock 394 Slim Jim. It's got a 308 posi in it. The engine is really tired, so I decided to build a new engine for it. For all you Oldsmobile Rocket fans out there, this is a car, and the engine is traditionally built, but there's some later modifications for longevity and durability that I'll be needing on a long road trip next year when I take it out and travel across the country. So what I did was I started with the 62 Olds Starfire 394 engine core, and I bored it out 30 over. And at this time I'd like to notify or let you know my part suppliers. Starting with Tony at Ross Racing in Niles, Ohio. Pretty much everything Tony sold me was of the highest quality, and he got me started with the build and gave me some technical advice, and pretty much everything I got from him was top notch. So if you need any Oldsmobile parts that are of the highest quality, get them from Tony. I got the custom forged pistons, the blueprinted oil pump, the timing chain and gears, flywheel, bell housing, throwout bearing, starter, valves, springs, gaskets, stuff like that. Starting at the top, I got 800 CFM custom built Q-Jet built by Cliff Ruggles, also up in Ohio. I happened to visit him and Tony a couple of winters ago. And then I took a stock GM 4-barrel manifold, poured it and polished it along with the stock 23 cylinder heads. So those are all smoothed out. I was going to run AC on the car at a later date, so I had to build a bracket to hold the compressor. So I custom made a bracket to fit the 394. Then I had a guy at work weld up for me because I don't know how to weld that good. And I also built the brackets for the GM 105 amp alternator, which also goes with the compressor. But then I have a separate bracket already made up to run the alternator by itself. I switched up to 3-groove pulleys. It's got the heavy duty air conditioner water pump on it. Power steering was a big, bulky, giant monster, so I wanted to consolidate that down to a smaller one. So I got a pump from Jones Racing, and I made a bracket also to mount that to the engine. So that's all mounted up. I don't have the belt on it right now because I don't want to run fluid in it. The radiator gauges, mufflers, I got on eBay. The valve covers are YN with the air breathers on top, but I also have a set of Offenhausers with the road draft tube. The distributor was rebuilt by Jeff at Advanced Distributors. It's been recurved, modified for the engine. Clutch slave cylinders from Speedway. The pedal is Willwood, $5 at a swap meet, cut, grinded, turned around, welded, modified to fit my Oldsmobile. Again, Tony supplied me with the aluminum 11-inch flywheel, bell housing. I also got the original Oldsmobile mounts, and I had to cut the ears off the top, flip them over, re-weld them. The cross member is actually a stock Oldsmobile, but it's been cut notched to easy access. Transmission's a really clean M20 Muncie. Gear Vendors Overdrive for top unlimited top end. The engine stand's custom made out of an old sulfur cylinder cradle. Rolls around. I can mount any engine on it. The manifolds, Starfire driver's side manifold that I just saw one on eBay go for like $500. Anyway, I'd like to build headers for it, but I really don't have the clearance, so I'm just going to run these. purrs like a kitten. The cam is a warmed up cam from Charles over at Camcraft. Rocker assemblies were rebuilt by Rocker Arms Unlimited. They rebushed them to get oil to all the shafts. Like I said, it's been balanced. Everything on this engine, this whole project has been touched, massaged, cut, ground, sanded. Just everything is everything on here. There wasn't anything on here I didn't have to mess with. So the hard part begins in putting it in the car, getting it all set up in there, because I think I'm going to pull the front end off and just start from the front and go back. So that's my engine, and if you need any parts, call Tony. And any of you Olds Rocket guys need any tips or advice, PM me. There's a couple of other threads on this on some other websites if you want to read the whole story on the car. I don't think it quite fit the hams criteria totally, but if you want any more information, contact me through the PM, and rock it away.